Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliana. I am a makeup lover, especially colorful makeup. So today we are going to be talking about my Lurella Cosmetics haul. Lurella is a cosmetic brand based in US and I got 6 of their shadows. In addition to the 6 palettes, I also got 3 of their diamond shadows as well as a lipstick. In addition to all that, I also got this liquid shadow in my package. I didn't buy this, so I'm assuming it's a free gift, so this came with my package. So let's have a quick look at all these products. Starting with the lipstick, is a matte liquid lipstick, and that's what I've got my lips, and it's called Royalty, and this is what it looks like. So that's what I've got on my lips. And next, let's go into the diamond shadow. So the first one I'm going to be swatching is called Pixie, and this is what it looks like. It's like a purple. It's got like little reflects of different colors in it, and this is what it looks like. Swatched. So these shadows do not need any glue or wetting or anything. It's literally like glitter in a creamy format. So that's Pixie. This next one is called Sirena and is what I've got in my inner corner. It's a lighter blue on my eyelid. So that is Sirena or Sirena, whatever you want to call it. Absolutely beautiful. So these diamond shadows do come with some kind of stopper which you have to place back on the shadows. I'm thinking it's probably so that they don't get dried out. Alright, the third and final diamond shadow I got is called Ocean Heart. And this is what that looks like, and that's what's on the outer edge of my eyelid. So that's Ocean Heart. So another closer look to the shadows. So Pixie, Sirena and Ocean Heart, and this is the Royalty liquid lipstick. Gorgeous. Now let's take a look at the eyeshadow palette. Before I bought this eyeshadow palette, I was practically stalking their website for about 2 months and I couldn't make up my mind because I just looked at the price and I was thinking they've got to be rubbish, they've got to be bad palettes, and especially because I don't hear much about them. In fact, I don't hear anything. There are a few videos on YouTube, but that's about it. I don't hear any influencer talking about them. I mean, not that that's a bad thing. If anything, that gives me more confidence that they trust what they're selling and it was going to be good. That was part of what made me to buy the palette eventually, just trusting my instinct, because my instinct was telling me that they were okay despite how low the prices were. So I decided to buy the palette. And as you know, if you're buying from UK, you can't just buy 1 palette or 2 palettes, because I know it's not something I'm going to go back to them in a while. I just wanted to make it worth my while, and also on top of that, it was free shipping. I didn't have to pay for shipping, so which was just a bonus. And I also got to use a discount code which is fantastic. I will leave the discount code in the description section. So the first 3 palettes I'm going to talk about the 3 together because they are, I believe they must have been a bundle at some point, because I even got them on sales. All these 3 were on sales on top of my discount code. Alright, the first one I'm going to be showing you is called the Winter Wishes. And this was the palette I actually almost used today, but I wanted a much darker blue than what's in this palette. So I ended up using something else. But the diamond shadows are what I used. So this is the winter palette and this is what it looks like. So this has 4 shimmers. This has 4 shimmers. And like I always say, matte, I'm not entirely forced. What sells me in the palette are the shimmers. So I'm going to swatch the shimmers, and if I see any unique matte, then I'll swatch that as well. Alright, the first one is called Icicle, Blizzard, Snowflake, and finally Frosty. And that's the winter palette. Beautiful. Alright, swatching 2 of the mattes. This is Angel Baby and Sleigh. So like Santa Sleigh. So this blue is quite unusual, which is why I decided to swatch it. But this is the gist of the palette, if you like. That is beautiful. If you love your frosty blues, then you will love this palette. So that is the winter palette. Alright, on to the Season palette. So it's TIS the Season. Tease the Season palette. And this is mainly a red palette. And oh my days, if you see this palette, if you love red, whew, beautiful. I mean, you can't really see the impact as I'm looking at it in the camera because of this red backing, but looking at the palette itself and being able to look at it through the white ring, maybe let me bring it closer. Yeah, you can see better now. If you are a red lover, you will absolutely love this palette. And to think it's less than $10, beautiful. So now let's swatch the shimmers in this palette. Okay, this palette has 5 shimmers and I'm just going to try and swatch all the 5. So the first one is Hot Cocoa. Next one is Sparkle, Santa Baby, Candy Cane, and finally Eggnog, which is going to be awkward to swatch. And that is Eggnog. Oh, beautiful. Oh. And that's Tease, the Season palette. As you can see, it's got like a red matte and then brown matte. Oh, those are the shimmers in the palette. Beautiful. The third and final of the Christmas winter palette is called Under the Mistletoes, and that's what it looks like. And that's the inside of the palette. Oh, how gorgeous this is. Beautiful. This actually has 4 shimmers, and these are the 4 shimmers. So the first one is Mistletoe, Kiss Me, Sugar Cookie, and finally Grinch. How beautiful the shadows are. Alright, this palette is what you call Cutie Pleasure because it's an all matte palette, and I don't tend to like an all matte palette, but the reason why I got this palette is just the range of the colors, and it's like neon like matte. Oh, beautiful. Let me just bring this closer. Just look at the range of the colors. They are not like colors that you come across every day. Look at that. Especially this green, this shade of purple, and this side generally with that green. Oh, absolutely beautiful. I just had to pick it. I had many times I took it out of my cart, I put it back. I just couldn't check out without it. It was too tempting, and I'm glad I got it. I'm gonna swatch like 4 shades out of this just so we can get a feel of the palette. And look at these colors, absolutely gorgeous. So orange, purple, the unusual lime green, and red. I just love the palette. I just could not say no. Beautiful, beautiful. And I've got so many single shimmer shades that it would just be nice to have variety of mattes. Apart from my Viziate mattes, it would be nice to have like colorful mattes, because this kind of neon electric like shade are not in any of my Viziate mattes, so I thought it would be a nice addition, you know, to my collection of mattes, if you like. Up next is the last Comadres palette, and this again is what I would like to call another guilty pleasure one, because if you look at the inside, I mean, there isn't anything that hasn't been seen before. But why did I buy this palette? It's literally because of this red, and that blue here. That's it. Those 3 colors, and maybe that green, and that's about it. Because I just thought to myself, one day if I decide to deport it, at least those colors I do like, and they are quite they're not colors that you see every day either in palettes, because these days all we see is the brown, the neutral shades and everything. So that's why I decided to get this one as well. But it's a beautiful palette in the sense that those colors are well placed together, so I think that's part of why I was so tempted by the palette. But yeah, I don't regret buying it. I use this color actually in this look today. Is what I use to blend my shimmer to my matte, the dark mattes at my outer corner. So I don't regret buying it. Absolutely beautiful. A mixture of matte and shimmers. So I'll try and swatch 4 shimmers for you. Alright, this is Ruiz, Yvonne, Stacy, and finally Christy. So that's like orange. This is like brown, bronzy, kind of cream color, red, and then your green shade. And that's 4 shimmers out of the last Comadres palette. Okay, we are down to 2 palettes. I'm going to leave my favorite to the last. Alright, the 5th palette I got is the one called Sweetheart palette, and I believe this must have been the Valentine palette, because once you see the inside you will know why. Look at that. I am not a fan of pink, but when I saw this palette I knew I had to have it. I like it when palettes are well designed. I mean, look at it. It's not just a pink kind of palette. It's got like different shades to kind of like complement the pink, especially these 2 purples here as well as this one. Oh, it just makes this palette beautiful and very attractive. I mean, it's that beautiful. I want to say this is possibly in my top 3 of pink palettes that I do like. And that's saying a lot, because pink is not one of my favorite shades at all. This is beautiful. And now let's just swatch some of the shimmers. Actually, you know what, I'm going to swatch all the shimmers in this palette. So the palette has got 8 in total. So the first one I'm swatching is called Love Story, Date Night, Kiss Me, and Cupid. They are beautiful, well coordinated and beautiful. Alright, next 4 shimmers. Be True, Soulmate, True Love, and finally Love Potion. Oh, they are beautiful. I tell you, that's a beautiful color story. And this is the Sweetheart palette. Really beautiful, honestly. And that's saying a lot. It's a pink palette. That's really saying a lot. This color story was well put together. Kudos to whoever designed this palette. It is beautiful. Alright, my hands are covered in glitter now. Now let's look at the last palette. So this is called the Totally Tubular palette. And the inside, oh my days, look at that. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. They look like candy. So beautiful. I mean, the choice of color in this palette, I don't know how to show you. It is absolute genius. Absolute genius. The choice of colors are so beautiful, well put together. I mean, look at that. Colors that you would never, think to put together, but they've put it together in such a way that it looks so beautiful. None of them look out of place. Oh, it's like a color lover dream. So this is, I won't consider this a rainbow palette. Not at all. It's not a rainbow palette. It's just a beautiful, colorful palette. And this is a Totally Tubular palette. Now let's look at some of the shades. Alright, this palette has got 9 shimmers. So the first shimmer is called Rain. This is 16. Heathers. And Wake Me Up. Beautiful. Alright, the best way to describe these formulas of the shimmers is like a toss between the shimmer we were used to and what the shimmers are like now. So it's not like your soft jelly-like shimmer. It's also not like your old. It's like a perfect mix of the two. So it's shiny, but they are not wet. So beautiful, honestly. The next shimmer I'm swatching is called Righteous, Material Girl, Wild Boys, and Magnolias. And finally, Reflex. It's going to be swatched upside down, so let me swatch it and I'll show you. So that is Reflex. So it's like a blue-black shimmer. But that is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I've got to say that pink and this blue are my favorites in this, and as well as this one, this kind of like gunmetal shimmer. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And that's the Totally Tubular palette. Okay, that's everything I bought from Lurella Cosmetics, and I've been well and truly surprised. Honestly, I had to trust my instinct, as I mentioned, and I'm glad my instinct didn't let me down. So I am so glad, especially with the free delivery, because all these beauty companies now, the delivery they attach to your purchases, they are just too much, just too much. Just today I went on the Sydney Grace website and just put one palette in my cart because I wanted to test if they were still shipping to UK, and the shipping for one palette, I think the palette is like $40, was $29. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So ridiculous. I just had to kind of back out of the website. Not that I intended to buy any of the palettes, because I'm going to dupe them. I mean, I have all the shades already, so I don't intend to buy any of the new Sydney Grace palettes, but I just wanted to see. So it does, I do appreciate when companies like this does offer free shipping. I think it's really, really nice. The style of my purchase is going to be the diamond shadows. Honestly, I really wish I knew how good they were. I would have got more shades like this. Possibly even drop one of the other two palettes I got and just go at least maybe 2 or 3 more of these. They are absolutely beautiful. If you do buy just one thing from them, check out these diamond shadows. Honestly, they are absolutely gorgeous. They're like glitter in a mushy, moisturized format. That's the best way I can, describe it. I mean, look at my eyes. They are glittery, but they're just like in the jar. So I don't know, but they are beautiful. Definitely underrated, because I didn't actually see any video on this one, which is ridiculous. These are beautiful. Honestly, if you try one thing from Lurella, let it be this same diamond shadows. I'm also grateful for the free gift they sent. The liquid shadow, I never swatched this. This is what it looks like, so I'm looking forward to using that. I mean, this is not like the shade I would normally use, but I mean, I will try it. Definitely, I will try it. So I'm quite glad I got this. Alright, that's all my purchases from Lurella Cosmetics. I hope you give them a try. I intend to keep on using the palette, and I'm hoping I can do one video or the other, with one of the palettes. It's just, I tend to use this palettes during the week, and I can't video them during the week, which is why you never see looks in between. So there's only so much I can do at the weekend, but I'm thinking of actually trying to film during the week as well, and just see how that goes. I mean, there will be short videos because my hair usually takes me less than 5 minutes during the week. I mean, everything less than 5 minutes for the whole look. So, but I might start filming them just so you can get a feel of the palettes I buy and how well they perform. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me and you've enjoyed the swatches of all these palettes. If you have enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, I'll see you.